What's going on, guys? Okay, so I'm in the middle of editing a video right now, and this is a lot of old footage. It's a video we didn't get to finish up, and I wanted to give it to you guys because it's the whole process of HR swapping my car. I didn't want there to be some weird continuity where like my car was running and driving, and then out of nowhere, it, is HR swapped now. So I'm gonna be butting in every now and again, just kind of filling some of the gaps because some of the footage was lost, some of the footage was also like just kind of rushed, honestly. And I know everyone's like, oh, why are you doing another one of these videos? A catch-up video. Well, because we filmed a lot of stuff and unfortunately didn't have the time to edit. Obviously life gets in the way, the shop gets in the way. We also have moved shops since the last video. And honestly, because we're doing better and because we're on a much smaller scale, obviously if you saw my previous videos, the shop was huge. It wasn't really manageable with just me by myself. So we moved to a lot smaller of a place and it's been going fantastic. The big question, why HR swap? So obviously the HR makes a little more power and it's a bolt-in, swap. I was kind of debating back and forth between LS and HR, and I was like, I'm gonna spend a little more on LS, but at least with like LS you can get cheaper engines. You can get an engine pretty much anywhere you want to get it from. But then Isaac comes into the fold. And Isaac found us on Google. He's like, hey man, I just want to get some work done on my car. Can I bring it by? And we're like, absolutely. And he comes by and he has an HR swapped G35 sedan, identical to mine, except his is an 03. And I was like, this is a sign. This is what I got to do. Like, this has got to be the swap we do now. So I hit up a buddy of mine who I knew had one, and you'll see in the video, he crashed it, unfortunately. But it had everything I needed. It had the whole swap in it. It had a bunch of like goodies, like hydro set up, things like that. So I was like, this is going to work. This is going to be great. I acquired a harness. I pretty much had everything to put the car together aside from like a radiator, a couple little small things here and there. All right, getting back to content. So I can't remember where I left off, but as obviously the plan for my sedan was to go HR swap. We pulled the rev up out, got rid of it, parted everything out, and then came across this thing. So a little while back, I'd actually 6-speed converted this car. It was automatic G35, ran and drove, and poor guy accidentally smacked a pillar with it while doing some stuff we're not going to discuss. But sold to me for a really good deal. So I got dual caliper kit, it's got a hydro. I'm going to be ended up using the 0708 differential and axles and hubs for my car. We'll be utilizing the full HR swap, and I already have my harness as well. Only thing I am missing right now is an ECM. We're going to be bringing it over to Dane SER and having it reprogrammed, and then we'll be good to go. You said there's spiders?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Dev?
Cutting hose.
Cutting hose. Hey, Dev.
Yeah.
Why you gotta make it look so hot?
Yeah, I'm pulling on the hose. You waterproof.
All right.
17?
There we go, she's coming out. How you doing over there, Dev?
Yeah, there's still spiders.
All right, progress report. Got all the front end taken off. Now just got to pull the radiator and condenser, motor mounts, and then harness, transmission mount, and yank it out.
Yay!
All right, so now we're going to yank it and go over this coarse land and drop her in my car. I'm super excited to be HR swap at the end of the day. right, Dev got her up in the air. We're gonna go ahead and swap the motor mounts and the engine harness. And slap her on in. Woo-hoo! Yeah, buddy. Well, I'm an idiot, and I thought I had the time lapse going, and I didn't. But I am officially HR swap.
Why?
You're next.
Okay.
You know what? I don't like it. Swap back to a DE.
Yeah, Maxima swap.
Well, sun's going down. It's getting a little dark out, so we'll continue tomorrow. But the swap is officially in. We got to do harness, exhaust, drive shaft, and then a couple bits with the core support. And then I have to go to SZR. As I said before, I gotta go to SZR and get a tuned ECU because the ECU I have is not unlocked. But it's getting there. She should be ready for round 1. That is much better, nice and clean. All right. Picked up some AAM test pipes today because I did not have test pipes for HR. So I'm going to put that in. So I'm going to jack it up. And we're going to put the core support on, radiator, condenser, all that good stuff. So I went ahead and pulled the bracket from the HR car. And this bolt is just a slight bit too low. This bolt is too high. This is actually where the original one was at, right here. This one's also in a weird position that, you know, puts in the way of the intake. But there's a hole here, and while it's not threaded, I can still run a, you know, bolt and nut through it. It's gonna work perfect and sit right there. And I think it will clear. We're gonna test that real quick. So just testing the front end again, see how everything fits. It fits decently. Again, drift car, doesn't really matter. But so I gotta go ahead and put all the wiring on. I forgot to do that before I put the bumper off, so the bumper's gonna come back off. What I did for the AC line was use the HR one, and what I had to do was bend the condenser a little bit on the DE condenser to get that to fit. You can use the regular DE line for the high pressure line. That one can be used, no problem. You're gonna use your DE condenser, but I am gonna be using an 0708 350Z radiator and fans, and it all fit like it's supposed to and plugs in like it was OEM. All right, well, it's been a few days. We got a bunch on the car that I did not film, but only because we've been very busy trying to get it done so I can actually drive the car out of the shop because we didn't feel like pushing it anymore. We also did some reorganization. Got some cars inside, got some cars outside, getting some stuff done. Isaac's car also is like damn near ready to go. Got a core support put on. What we got left now is headlights. We need to get some fenders for it. They're pretty murked.
Who are you talking to?
Who am I talking to? I don't know. How many people do you think watching this?
Help, man.
All right, so we don't have a radiator yet, so we're not gonna run the car for very long, but I wanna see if it fires up. We did do like one little preliminary last night. It fired right up, but we shut it off because these engines were under the car. Adrian, you come on my side, or the passenger side if you want. So we put an exhaust on it. Now we're see what it sounds like. Don't mind my mess right here, please. Exhaust. That sounds dope though. Alright. Did y'all see my face in that last clip? I thought the engine was knocking. I thought I was completely screwed. Good thing it wasn't. There isn't much more after that clip, unfortunately. Well, there is, but nothing of the process. Pretty much everything was very straightforward. If you have an entire donor car, it makes everything so much easier. So like if you have a whole HR car, you can use different brackets that you're gonna need, like the power steering one being an example. All the AC lines are pretty much adaptable as long as you like know which ones to switch around. The only thing I do suggest is buying an HR 350Z radiator. So I just put it in there, made my own mounts and stuck it in there. no big deal. You can use a G35 one. You just have to kind of modify a hose for the upper hose. And it's not terribly difficult to do. It's just, I rather use the Z one. That way everything's bolt in. And I can use also the G35 condenser as well. So the next few clips I want to get in are going to be just different things we did in the car, people who drove it. The car gets down, man. It is so much fun. It's not an abundant amount of power, but it's definitely better than the rev up that was in it, because the rev up was very tired. And it's such a more, I feel like having the full HR drivetrain in it, because it's everything. It's the, you know, the full swap, the diff, the rear axles, the hubs, everything. It's just a fantastic combination. I love how the car feels. And it's just, it's fun to drive, and you'll see momentarily. This next clip is pretty funny. It was on some of our socials, but I wanted to put it up here because I still think it was hilarious. Devin made a wrong turn. Why you always gotta get in the dumbest situations?
Hey, bro.
Are you okay?
Who put that ditch there?
Who put that ditch there?
Hey, you can't park there.
Hey! Hey, you can't park there! You can't park there!
Oh yeah, you definitely bitten something. Yeah, you should have 50-50 grinded it, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, my bad. I need to play more Tony Hawk.
You got a tow truck on the way?
No, I was in the process.
Call the fucking tow truck. All right, guys, that's it. That's the video. At least this one. It's actually kind of lengthy, which is great. I don't know what our upload times are going to start looking like. I know that I would like to bring in somebody to film for us, and so we're kind of working on that with Adrian. You guys have seen Adrian in my videos before. And then right now, I mean, we're moving pretty steady on work. We're not behind. We're more so in a place where we can do. We don't have as many projects. We're not trying to do projects anymore. Honestly, I want to do more so that like we bring something in, takes a couple days, and gets out. You know, because every time we've taken on a project, it's kind of been a little more than we anticipated. So we're not doing that anymore. Plus, we are also now only doing G's and Z's. It's very rare that I bring anything else in. If it is, it's for a buddy or something like that. But we are focusing on just VQ platform, and that is it now. I know I don't have a whole lot of followers on here, but I'm trying to change that. And on top of that, I'm glad that some of you have stuck around, and hopefully this video excites you that we're back. Like I said before, I don't know what upload times are gonna look like. I would like to try to do it once a week, but I'm not gonna make any kind of promises because of the fact that like the last time I did that, we didn't deliver on that. But this time around, everything's a lot more manageable. I'm not nearly as stressed as I was before. So getting in front of the camera, not a problem. Let's do this.